How's it going, everybody? We are going to do some reviewing. Now, I'm just going to wait until a lot more people are here. We're going to watch... Alright, so we're going to do things a little bit different today. I just got the NEWBEEDRONE Espresso motors, these guys, and they are 0802, 14,000 kV. They are really fun. So that's a review. Have a good day. No. They are super fun. I have them on a 65 and I'm running 2S. I couldn't find an Acrobee FC or a B-Brain. So what I chose to do instead was get the JST connectors and just resolder them on, which was fine. I'm using a Beta FPV 1 to 2S AIO. I think it's a 5 amp continuous, which I'm actually really not impressed with, which is kind of why I wanted to do a live Q&A today. But yeah, so I'm just here kind of shooting the breeze, trying to figure out what we're going to do. But I got that video. Just trying to get some things shared here. So we are going to be reviewing the Espresso motors, which I just put about 9 packs through, 9 or 10 packs, and wow, they are fun. They held up very well. I only got one desync, and that desync, I believe, might have actually been from my settings in JESC, because I looked at it after and realized I had motor setting to medium high instead of high. But otherwise, they are great. So I got to go on and share this, but I did a little tutorial video for all y'all about swapping the motor leads from the NEWBEEDRONE connector to the JST. So we're just going to bring that back here. I'm going to play that while I share this stream, and hopefully we see you guys in a few. Guys, I'm going to teach you guys how to resolder the new JST plugs right here onto the NEWBEEDRONE Espresso motors, because they come with the NEWBEEDRONE specific connectors. So I'm going to desolder these real quick with a little bit of heat. I'm going to clean this up with a little bit of a bridge. Okay, there we go. Now, I have pre-tinned JST connector here. I'm going to separate them so I know which is which. It usually doesn't matter. I just reassign which motors go where, or spin which direction from data flight usually, but it doesn't matter. That one. so super tiny. Retin a little bit. Make sure your tips super clean, guys. These are super tiny connections here. Okay. So, solid. Alright. So, when retinning with your own solder, you're going to want to do a fresh flow on each one, just so that your solder that you just tinned your wires with connects nicely. Because we don't know which solder the factory uses. Sorry. Two. There we go. So, all those are nice and shiny. Yep, no bridging. We're good. As I said, super tiny wires. So I'm going to do that again now. On the next wire. Kind of a tedious step, but worth it. I was unable to find any in stock NEWBEEDRONE FCs, so I had to request the JST. What's up, Gank FPV? So now I'm do. Just gonna clean these real quick. Make sure your tip is super clean for the super tiny pads, okay? There we go. Now for most, the red middle wire goes to one of the outside pads. Just to, most people make the reds counterclockwise, but either way, I don't do that. I'm just going to change it in the ESC. Two.
nice and clean in the middle. But this is how you swap out the motor wires. Well, NEWBEEDRONE Espresso motors are installed. We got 2S 5-volt going. Renegade 2S2.
All right, guys, here's some flight footy for you. These things are super fun. What's up, Jay? So, guys, sorry if it's skipping at all. I was having rendering issues before this, which is why I was late, but I finally got it figured out, I think. So this is the 2S. Nothing sped up, but you can see the time code going. But this thing's super fun. As I was saying, I only had one desync the entire time. And I think that was even because my settings in JESC. So, sup, Double A? Oh, man. Sorry about the Florida net, guys. What up, Props Off? How you doing? Oh, man. All right. So this is glitching out hard, so I'm just going to cut it there. So, guys, we gotta chat about these NEWBEEDRONE motors because they're awesome. They are the Espressos, and I'm gonna try and run that video again, but through Streamlabs instead because that video player wasn't working. And as I said, I was having rendering issues. Tonight's not really been my night. So, NEWBEEDRONE motors. These things are fun. I did crash, as you guys can see. I had to glue it back together. But broke a couple of props, but they were only the blue ones broke, which I know a lot of other people have had issues. The setup for this is the NEWBEEDRONE Cockroach 65 frame with the Goober canopy, the BI, the NEWBEEDRONE Espresso motors, and the NEWBEEDRONE Venom props. Now, I could not get a B-Brain, so I had to settle for Beta FPV. And as we all know, friends don't let friends fly Beta FPV. This board gave me nothing but problems, people. Thank you, Curtis. Yeah, the 64 blade is freaking insane. So I kind of wanted to do this live just because I kind of wanted to bitch and moan about the Beta FPV board that I used. I got it brand new, and it's the Beta FPV 1 to 2S F4 AIO, but it's the new one. That has the pin header option for the Beta FPV SPI, and it also has a pin header option for the RunCam Split 3 Nano Whoop. And oh my, how many troubles did I have with this thing? So it came fine, and it worked fine. I did all the motor tests, make sure everything was spinning properly. Everything was fine. It was flashed to Beta Flight 4.2.0, but the very first iteration of it. And I tried to do a dump of the CLI, and it had warnings that said no config found, no specific dump files found. I was like, oh, that can't be good. So I saved it all anyways. I did a diff all and a dump, and then I upgraded it to the new Beta Flight 4.2.8. Before I did all this, I reflashed the ESCs to JESC, which I always do for my tune. And so I reflashed 4.2.8, and nothing's working. It can't find the gyro. It can't find anything. And I was like, did I get the wrong target? Nope. Looked at all the research I did, pointed to the exact same target I used. So I looked back in the dump file, and it was the same target. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay. There is no updated target. So I got worried. I was like, okay, maybe it only goes up to maybe they only have that target for a earlier version. So I tried 4.2.3. Same thing. And I was like, what is going on here? So then in a panic, and here's the problem. After flashing those, I had to manually put it back into DFU mode because it would not read via USB. It would not jump into the driver fixer. It wouldn't do anything. And the ESCs would beep, but the ESCs wouldn't read via the Beta Flight pass-through. So I was like, this has to be the wrong target. So I got on the phone with a couple of people, and they said it should work. There doesn't seem to be any specifics with it. So I just tried flashing it again. Same things happened. So I put it back to 4.2.0. The story does not end there. 4.2.0, it could not find the gyro again. It could not set up a D-shot setting because the ESCs were all not being read or anything. So I was getting upset and worried because I know that beta FPV is not the easiest to get in touch with. I finally found in the backup files on my computer the hex for that specific one. Luckily, I downloaded it when I did the first dump and everything. I managed to get which hex and which hex version it was, found the hex on GitHub, reflashed that hex, and then inputted all the previous cut and paste from the CLI dump from this in terms of the rest of the settings. And finally, it worked. So yay! But friends don't let friends fly beta FPV. Yeah, I know. It's newbie drone. I can't say enough nice things about right now because these motors are kick ass. Yeah, no, it didn't. It wasn't the ESC flash at all because right when I got it back to the right firmware, the ESCs were being read again through JESC and everything. So, and it instantly, like right when I plugged in the batteries, it instantly armed and was fine. Like, had no issues. They've just got a very specific proprietary hex that they're using for this board, and it doesn't seem to have an emu flight target, as well as it won't update past 4.2.0, which I kind of want for the updated bidirectional settings. But anywho, so guys, if you can, and if you're doing whoop stuff, get these motors. They're awesome. They have, I had no problem using these. They come standard with the NEWBEEDRONE connector. I had to solder in the wires into the little PDB plate at the bottom of the motors. So just to get the JEST for the other board. Hey, what's up, Benjamin? But yeah, it was a nightmare getting that board flashed properly. It was just too much. I feel like I've learned my lesson with beta FPV, and I've unfortunately learned that lesson personally a few times. So I just kind of gave I'm just giving up on them. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to try and find a way to do this way. Add source. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. All right. I might be able to just do this through Stream Elements. That might be easier. There we go. That works a lot better, boys and girls. Oh, there's no audio. That's not helpful. Well, let me see if I can do anything about that. Well, that's infuriating. Oh well, I tried. All right, well, I tried. I'll try doing this Inception style again. Let's see. So what are y'all up to? You guys got any questions about the motors? Because I've definitely played with them a little bit. Oh, come on.
All right, guys. I'm gonna teach you guys.
Been holding in a sneeze for a while. This is not turning out to be the good stream that I wanted it to. So, for all your micro needs, stop by We Bleed FPV. Let me see if I can do this again. Maybe Windows Media Player will do it. Nope. Now let's see if this works. Hey, this might actually work. All right. All right, guys, let's do this video again and see if it skips a bunch. Is there anything happening? What's going on now? Well, that's stupid. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, what is happening? I don't even know anymore. Screw it. Let's try it with VLC again. All right. I have an idea. Let's see. All right. There we go. Sorry, guys.
Alright, guys. I'm going to teach you guys how to resolder the new JST plugs.
Right
here onto the NEWBEEDRONE Espresso motor.
There we go.
Because they come with the NEWBEEDRONE.
This seems a lot cleaner.
So, I'm going to desolder these real quick. A little bit of heat.
No, that's not why. It's because everything was having technical difficulties.
There we go. Now, I have pre-tinned the JST connector here. I'm going to separate them so I know which is which. It usually doesn't matter. I just reassign which motors go where or spin which direction in beta flight usually, but it doesn't matter. These are so super tiny. Tin a little bit on that one. Make sure your tips super clean, guys. These are super tiny connections here. Okay. So, solder on there. So, when retinning with your own solder, you're going to want to do a fresh flow on each one, just so that your solder that just tin your wires with connects nicely. We don't know which solder the factory uses. There we go. So, those are nice and shiny. Yep, no bridging. We're good. As I said, super, super tiny wires. So, I'm going to do that again now. On the next motor. Kind of a tedious step, but it's worth it.
See you, Scooter. Have a good night, man.
Any in stock bring FCs, so I had to request the JST on this one. They come standard with the JST plugs. So now I'm gonna do. Just gonna clean these real quick. Make sure you tip a super clean. Tip a super tiny pads, okay? There we go. Now for most, the red middle wire goes to one of the outside pads, just to, most people make the reds counterclockwise, but either way, I don't do that. I'm just going to change it in the ESC. Just to keep everything clean, I like to give the wires a nice little twist at the end, just so that everything stays nice and clean in the middle. But this is how you swap out the motor wires.
All right, guys. So, got some flight footage from that. That's a super fun little rig to do. I want your guys' feedback. If this flight footage isn't all glitchy like it was before, which I hope it's not, then I want your feedback because it's got my new tune on it as well. It's the 2S, and this thing's quick. It's very quick. The motors respond very well, especially on JESC. And I've got a little, another little ZERP for you guys. Hold on. So yeah.
NEWBEEDRONE Espresso motors are installed. We got 2S high volt going. The Renegade 2S tune. Come play. Let's see what these motors are all about.
All right. Well, this seems a lot better. So I will be posting this video up on my channel and on this channel, just so that it's a much clearer version, because this is definitely having frame issues. But we'll see how it goes. I can never tell with the live streams. Come on. All right, guys. I think I'm just gonna call it. Yeah, just hanging out. Anybody got any questions? We've got like 4 or 5 people watching apparently. So Curtis. Wicked. Well, glad hanging out, guys. I'm gonna hop off of here. Talk to you soon.